So, yeah, this is a little bit of a random one here, but oh, da, da, da. See if I can upload this tonight. But oh, ooh, okay, yeah, okay. Wow, wow. Yeah, so it took a little bit of a minute, but I was thinking about this earlier. And this was really fascinating since it really hit me with there's some things coming up in life. It's about 11 o'clock right now. It's Valentine's Day. So that means it's February the 14th or something like that, I think. And today was a good day. I had some soccer practice. Went out to my friend's boxing tournament. Shout out Rojo Primero. This is first. It's pretty ridiculous. And I mean, he's only been boxing for less than a week, and he's in a tournament. Um, Not so surprisingly, he didn't get the top rank, but it's like, dude, shout out. That's some balls. We went to the park. Um, I got a taco, not several. That was basically the day. But tomorrow we're going to the beach. Progreso, progreso, progreso. Uh, via the bus. It's about like 2 hours out. Something ridiculous. It is gonna be a crazy Sunday tomorrow. It's President's Day. I have a day off of work, but I'm gonna be working. But I'll probably do something. I'm gonna get a haircut for certain, and then I'm back in the states. Tuesday I gotta go to a work conference. It's just so crazy. Yeah. Dang. Yeah. I guess I'll get into it then. So Tuesday I get into a work conference. I'm in Austin. I fly back Thursday. Right. Nothing crazy. When I first landed in Mexico, the immigration officer gave me 45 measly days. I was like, goodness, 45. Barely even 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, golly. So she gave me those days after she'd asked me, like, how many days do I want? It was like, then what's the point of asking? Like, golly. So, after that, what had happened was, um, the 45 days is up in like just about 7 days from now, something crazy, right? But basically, what it is, and I think it's God, um, to him be the glory. This work conference just so happened to show up to where I get to fly back to the States and have another attempt to reset my visa. We'll see what happens, right? Um, Crazy things are going. I'm thinking about it, man. And this is something crazy, I guess. Kind of the topic of what it was a little bit interesting, but then something else I'm going to get into is Christ commands us to do without details. Hold on. I'm going to let that sink in real quick. Let me get the sink. Y más? No más? That was a little bit disappointing. We got like a lamp here. Only one of the bulbs work, so the lamp is limp. Oh, don't fall. Anyway, yeah, man, this is an amazing idea. Christ calls us to do. He doesn't give us the details, right? There's this idea that he told his apostles to go across the ends of the earth, making disciples across all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But he didn't say like, oh yeah, like James specifically go to Ethiopia. Paul, not there yet, but specifically go to like Antioch and you know uh, the island of Patmos and et cetera, et cetera. It's like God doesn't give us the details; He just asks us to go. So, why am I saying this? Like, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm not sure if I'll be here um, for like the next 2 months. Maybe I have to reset, go back into the States, and then go back into Mexico. Um, but I know God called me here. But do I really know the details to which He called me? Because now I'm looking at it, man, and I'm just looking at other stuff like Ecuador, Peru, Honduras, like a bunch of other places that would be so amazing. Um, Obviously, for the sake of learning Spanish, spreading the gospel, and being a part of a greater community, and just ultimately learning. And, growing up, I guess, it's teaching me to move out and teaching me a lot of different things. Can we get a swing on this? That's the part about the hammock that I really like. Swings. We. I'm a grown man saying we. Let me chill out. Golly. But nah, they love English music here. It's funny. Anyway, why I'm saying that is like, okay, there's a situation of, I don't want to share too many details in putting this on the internet, but my brother's supposed to be here, was supposed to be here, but things are not working out in a different way, whatever. I don't know if he'll be here anytime soon. So we are supposed to share this place and rent and everything. He's kind of just paying rent on a property that's a little bit questionable, a little bit down in the pocket, and it's like, maybe I shared too many details. But that's just a whole situation in and of itself. And then for me, it's like, well, what if I do get, what if I go to the immigration officer and he's like, yeah, you got 2 weeks and you gotta go, right? I'd be like, so then I really have to go. Like, genuinely, Ali, tengo que ir. Me debo. It's one of those things. I guess it is the case. I have to go. It's like, man, but I'm literally making friends right now. Like, literally. It's like, man, I'd hate to leave them. So, and then I'm thinking to myself, okay, I could, in the States for a month. I'm just thinking about all the details here because God is really allowing me to see that it's not just Mexico. He's allowing me to see that genuinely, that the opportunity of Latin America is opening up. And I'm not saying that he's telling me to go anywhere, but I'm saying he's allowing me to see that this and then some is possible. You know, it's beautiful. So yeah, I think that's just where my mind is at. I gotta go to bed soon, but I'm gonna wake up late tomorrow. But that's something I really want to hone in on, I suppose, today. Just this idea that, God calls us to do. God doesn't call us with details. God calls us to do. He doesn't call us with details. So, Lord, if I'm in Peru next month, if I'm just back at home, that's completely fine. Lord, if I'm homeless, a few weeks from now, to God be the glory, because it's in His will, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to. So that's where my mind is at, of just being able to, I guess, be okay. Be okay with whatever happens. And so, literally, here's the statement here. and it's gonna be pretty interesting since I'll have this as a video of future reference. So I wonder what I'll be thinking or saying to myself if I ever do look back. Um, Rolling on a roof. Oh, I don't know what that song. Andrew probably does. Guitar. Nah, but basically what I'm saying here is hey, Sunday, Monday, I'm still here for sure. Leaving Tuesday, but whatever happens Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? No sé. Todos es en los manos de Dios. And let that be your phrase for so much in life, especially for me right now as I'm not rolling down a river. That's what it is. Why do I hear that? Is it my neighbors? It's 11 o'clock. Pasa. Ay, ay. But no, that's let that be the word for you. Todos es en los manos de Dios. All is in the hand. All is in the hands of God. Everything is in the hands of God, right? It's all in God's hands, right? What do you want to say in English translation? It's certainly true. And so whatever happens Thursday, Friday, conversations with my brother or just myself, my parents maybe, my friend, right? Having to book a ticket, not book a ticket. When I'm in Durango or we're not in Durango. Excuse me. When that stuff is going on, right? I think it's just important to realize todos as en los manos de Dios. So I'm gonna rest in that, and I'm gonna rest easy and understand that He has better things planned for me, and whatever that is gonna be beautiful. And, and yeah, man, let this be also a let this also be kind of like a journal slash diary, and this all kind of ended on this really exciting point. Me and my dad were talking last year. It was some personal things like some spoilers, some personal things in life. I talked with somebody else very close to me. We 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, I don't know, about the same thing of like, well, no, first talking to my friend, I was like, hey, I could be in Japan next year. I don't know where I'm gonna be, but like in a good way, because just the success I had in life a little while ago was just absolutely absurd. And so, if so much could change for an individual within a few months, goodness gracious, what is a man to say in a year, right? Beautiful sort of proverb, and I take that true for everything now in life. That's truly what I've been taught. Like, I don't know where I'll be in April, but I think there's a level of confidence that it'll be somewhere that God intends, and it'll be a good thing, and I'm excited about it. So there's an excitement about it, and a little bit of nuance, and not really um, scaredness or anxiety, but butterflies of anticipation in your stomach that can be caught up as fear. For me, I suppose. I don't know. Separate topic. Talking to my dad last year, he was like, "Hey, like I think 20." Well, actually, he had asked me the question. American music. Um, I don't know what the question was, but something along the lines of, and let's take this as an example, like, "Hey, what are you looking forward to in the new year? Like X, Y, Z, etc." This was y'all need to shut that up, please. I said, yeah, I think this period of life is really gonna. I'm talking about 2026, so I'm literally living it right now. I was like, I think this like upcoming year, this upcoming period time or season of life is really gonna be fruitful. It's gonna be beautiful. It's going to be um, like never before I've ever seen. It's going to be something I'm gonna look back on and cherish. It's going to be, might I say this? It's gonna be fruitful, just positive things. My dad said, Alec, I agree. There's something about a father's blessing the agreement of your actions in life. I don't know what it is. It's powerful. Even if, your father is of God or of not, your father could be the devil, and even his kind of rejecting narrative or supporting narrative is just, it makes an impact, man. So him supporting me, not really supporting me, but having that agreement, right? It really hit me. And so I am living right now that very reality of a conversation we had some time ago. And I truly do believe right now that it's going to continue and, I can't even lie, get better. Um, what the heck? Get better. Whoa. Get better this year. I don't know if that was a cat or a lemur. I should start leaving. Sometimes there's a possum around here, and I think I see something else in the tree that looks a little bit suspicious. Y'all, if a possum falls on my face, I think I genuinely might curse out loud so terribly. Let me get out of here. But yeah, man, literally basically last sentence. That is a possum. Dang it. Yeah. Aye, aye, aye. He's looking at me. God have mercy on our souls. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Bro, it could have been any other animal.